Hello everyone, welcome back to Prince and Nikki's channel. Thank you for joining us. As you can see, we are bringing you some aerial footage as we make a start on giving you the overview of our roofing stage, including the costing. This is a partway through the roofing video, whereby you can see that it was midway through finishing. However, we have finished now, hence we're going to bring you an overview today.
Yeah, and also we give a full detailed cost breakdown of all the materials we use, cost per square meter in a usual format. So if you want to know how this roof compared to what you are planning, or you have a roof coming up, please stick around and watch all the video through.
Yeah, stay tuned throughout the video because we'll be breaking it down and giving you lots of details. So if you're new to the channel, do support us by subscribing to the channel. If you've been here for a while and are not already subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and give us support. So yeah, we're at a really good stage. We've now finished the roofing. We're happy, and we've finished the shell. Can you believe it?
Yeah, we just left it to be watertight, but yeah, we have a roof.
We've made it. We finally got there.
Yeah.
One thing I would just say to anyone who's thinking about starting is, just make a start. Before you know it, you will get there and you will be at the roofing stage as well. If you are looking for some hints and tips, we do have a recently posted video on our channel. That was last week's video on how to get started with your property in 2024. So do head over to the channel and you see that on there. So once you've finished your block work and lintel at the first floor, you will have approximately 4 courses depending on the ceiling height that you're trying to achieve on your design, and then you'll move on to the woodwork, which is what you're seeing on the screen now. I know we've previously talked about the different options for roofing, for example, hidden roof versus pitched roofs. And we've gone into a lot of detail in other videos about the mistakes and considerations, common issues and solutions that are needed for different roofing options. So there are other videos on our channel. We're not going to repeat that. We've already spoke about that.
And we also talk about the reason why we choose to go with a pitch roof as basis for our design. We also talk about the quotations we went for from a roof installers back in Ghana, and why we decided to do it our own DIY way, whereby we source the tiles, the stone coated metal tiles from China ourselves, get our carpenter to do the woodwork. So all that is in the previous video.
However, for those of you who are new and just want a brief overview on this video, we decided to go with a pitched roof just for the longevity, the style. We know it would cost slightly more, however, that's the way we went. We chose our own P&D carpenter that we use. We felt like this was important for us at this point because the pros for us was more about ensuring that we could select the wood quality, that we had the quality control of the workmanship, and he's just really experienced.
It is because we feel that when you have this roofing company is doing for you in terms of the quality control, making sure you're using the right wood, making sure, as you know, we like to see the details, making sure you get daily photos of the details, that everything is specifically according to the drawings. It's difficult because those people are speed driven and they'll just go have a roof on a week or two, they're done, and that is it. So we think the best way for us is also to show the work the carpenter does is to use him. I must say he wasn't cheapest, although he works mainly for us. We give him a lot of work. We still have to pay him and all the people that work. So as you will see when we come to the cost, it's not a cheap price really.
Yeah, so as I say, with the tiles, we did decide to source them in China. We did this because we got the quality, the colour and the thickness that we wanted.
It was more for you, the colour, isn't it? You were specific about the colour, is because I couldn't be bothered, it could be red or anything. But you want a specific colour, and I think by you looking on social media, particularly around Tanzania,
there's a lot, isn't there?
There's a lot of these colours and a lot of variety of roofing, especially along pitch roofs, that you found where we began to speak to SangobBuild?
I think there's got to be a period when you're doing your building that you need to make sure that you're doing your research and looking around. You're at the beginning and you get a 4D image done. You have a vision and you need to kind of stay focused on what your vision is. I wouldn't want to get to this stage and swap out and say, okay, let's go and do a red roof, or let's go and do certain windows. So you need to be focused on what your overall vision is going to be, and then you'll get there in the end once you stay focused. When we purchased our roofing, we also purchased the guttering at the same point.
Yes, that was a big savings, because all the quotation we had, apart from the long span, none included for the rain gutters, and they just say you have to buy your own rain gutters. And I'm like, when we went to SangobBuild, they sell the rain gutters, specifically what we were looking for, and yeah, it was cheaper because we didn't have to pay additional shipping and clearance cost because we're buying everything from there. It was great that we got the gutters. We've not installed the gutters yet because there's a specific way I want it to be installed.
Let me tell you, we haven't installed the gutters because we're coming down to Ghana very soon, and Mr. PND here wants to be present when the gutters are being installed.
Yes, I want my...
He basically wants to be there to make sure they're done as he wants. With the roof, we've been very fortunate that we had rain this week and there's not been any leakages. We've had Mike down on site just checking if there's any issues, because we have literally just finished the roof in the past 7 days. So he's been down there and checked when it rained, and we've been very fortunate in that sense.
Yeah.
If you can see on the screen here, this is the stage where they'd finished all the woodwork. There's a few sample tiles on there that are sending pictures to us just to show us of an idea.
That cow is naturally on our land. That cow there.
Yes, that's correct. The cow is actually on our land. The wall is in the wrong place. I can't even give you an answer why it was put there, but they've actually finished now in terms of the roofing in the woods. So things to consider when you're at this stage. Obviously, you have your woods, but also you need to think about how you're going to have your guttering, kind of what overhang that you want when they start laying, because those are the things that you, as a homeowner, you want to make sure the detail is provided to your builder so that it's exactly what you want. You don't want too much overhang because aesthetically it looks silly. However, you can see here that we've got the overhang enough so that it'll give us some shade.
Yeah, we went for 18 inches overhang because what we factored is the gutter. So we were looking for a total of 24 inches, including the rain gutter. But typically in Ghana, they will give you a 24-inch overhang for your soffit, but we specifically like the design ethos is that we have 18 inches, which is 450 mil plus the gutter to achieve what we want. So we made a big tweaks. It's not a standard overhang that you see, which is very, very wide.
Yeah.
So you need to discuss that with your designer, or when you put in the design together specifically, because what we did, the model we did, the 3D model we did, and the walkthrough, those are the stuff we put into it to make sure we get exactly what we want.
Yeah. One of the things, obviously, as well, is the fascias. They are PVC and wood options, and you need to think about your soffit. So, as I said, we did order our stuff from China, and obviously you need to factor in, once you've finished your wood, you need to think about how long delivery is going to take from China. So whilst that's coming from China, what we did, we made a start on doing the seal and battens.
Yes. So we put all the ceiling joists in, because originally I wanted to use let the guys gonna do the plasterboards do the ceilings, but after we get some quotation through to do the ceiling joists, it was just very, very expensive. So I just said, no, let our carpenter put it in now. There might be some corrections when we got the lasers on, when we're doing the final ceiling finish, but just thinking, let's have it in.
I think one of the things you need to stay focused on is when you're getting this far down the line in the project, it's very easy to want to put in the best of everything. And we always say that ourselves, buy cheap, buy twice. So we are very stringent on quality control. However, you have to also stick within budget to be able to finish the project in a reasonable time scale. So as we spoke in our previous video, when we looked at metal trusses for the actual roofing, is the same. We got quotations and we had made decisions, and we've got experience in the woods in our other house, and it's not a problem, is it? So we're not concerned.
Where we live here, this roof is over 100 years, and it's the same original wood. So the wood, once it's treated correctly, got the right wood, it will last a generation.
So as you can see here on the video, they're just kind of doing the ceiling battens and getting us all nice and tidy, ready. One thing to note is, if you want to put your roofing sheets on back to back, then you're better off ordering the roofing sheets at the same time you start your roofing. However, the difficulty with that is doing a final measure and check. If you're not 100% on your roof, then checking your quantities will become difficult. We were very fortunate that we had the exact same measurements as our plan, but that's just how it worked out, that we was fortunate that it was all done correctly.
Yeah, I think it's if your plan is not to scale properly and your capital is not following there, it might be good to recheck your quantity when the roof trusses are put on. But if you're following the drawing, then when you're buying this, you shouldn't worry, because the estimate the factory will give you will include 10% for excess. So you should be confident that will be good.
Thank you for sticking with us. Let us know in the comments what you think about the video so far. Have you ever thought about ordering your materials from abroad? I know we've had a few people online on the YouTube community that stepped into that zone and bought from abroad, and it's been very positive experience for them too.
Yeah, and we also have so many comments, people sending us emails about how they source their own roofing materials from China. The reason why we got is, do they ship this door to door? No. This, if you buy from China, from the company we buy from, which is SangobBuild, the name will be in the description. They ship to our Tema. There's a warehouse in Tema. You have to go and pick it up from Tema.
Yeah, but it's a pretty smooth experience. Once you go there, you have your own designated buyer in China, so they communicate with you once it's at the port and then goes to their warehouse. They'll let you know, so it's very clear in terms of communication. But yeah, just let us know in the comments if you've got any questions or queries. As you can see here, they've made a good start on the roofing sheets. They started on the simple, bigger sides first, didn't they? Yeah. But yeah, it's coming along really nicely, and it really makes the house pop once you start to see the roofing sheets on there.
Yeah, this is the back of the house. Start on from the back.
And then you have the side view here. So this is where the al fresco is, and where we have the wider outside spaces. Moving on, we have the aerial video shot now, so you can get a real good bird's eye view of the house, the roofing. This is the community that we're building in. It's already very well developed. Electricity, water, everything that you need. There's lots of local shops that are well known. So yeah, we're in a good place and we're happy with the build. As with all our works, we try to also quality control. So we got the drone footage so that we could have a good look at the roof that's been put up, looking at the roofing sheets and getting a good see for what it's looking like. Yeah, we generally like the look of it and the colour, and we will be having a bit of a close-up shortly where you'll get to see our carpenter Mowley at work. Here he is, you can see him. I don't know how he actually manages to hang over there, it's very high. But yeah, it's coming along nicely. What you can see on the land there, where the piles of materials are, this is where I'm just doing the landscaping plan at the moment. So I've got a few ideas popping around in terms of where the pool house will be and the swimming pool design. So yeah, it's getting exciting because we're kind of, as I said earlier in the video, we're coming along soon to Ghana, so we want to be thinking about the landscaping and moving the wall to the correct place and things. So yeah, it's an exciting time.
Yeah, it's time to start making it look like a proper house. Now, once we're there, there's a lot of things planned to be done. And looking at it, I wish we bought more land.
Yeah, it's always the way, isn't it? But it's one of those things that land moves quick. So before we finished, that was
Yeah.
what was left, the one plot. So.
Yeah, I think it's by the time this land, we wanted the first two plots on the roofs, or the other way, isn't it? By the time we go back and forth as to which one is available, the first two were gone.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing about developing areas. You need to be sharp when you're buying land because it goes quick. So what we'll do then is we'll run through the materials and the costings for you. So in terms of the woodworks for the roofing, I'll put on the screen a table which gives you a breakdown of all the different materials that are used, but also the key pieces that we're going to go through. You have, in terms of the wood, there's 2x6 wood where we use 55 pieces. With the 2x6 we use 140 pieces, and the 2x2s we use 265 pieces. You can see the breakdowns in pounds and cedis and dollars. However, the total cost for the woodworks with all the listed items on the screen in pounds was 2,706 to the nearest pound, and that is 37,885 cedis and 2,236 US dollars. And moving on to the ceiling joists, as we spoke in the video, we did do our ceiling joists at this point as well. So on your screen now, you'll see the ceiling joist breakdown where we used 200 pieces of 2x2. So the grand total for the ceiling joist work was £843 roughly, and 11,810 cedis, 697 US dollars. With the costing of the stone-coated metal roofing tiles, you will see on the screen all the different materials that comes with the purchase. But however, the total cost in pounds was 4,011. In cedis, that is 56,729. And in dollars, that is 4,636.
So I guess the question now is, how much do we spend on the roof at all? I bet you're wondering, because we'll be breaking the cost down, and some people might take calculator or adding it up on their phone, probably talking about, we call you covered. As you can see now on the screen, on the total in the pounds, we spent 7,561 pounds on all the materials, everything on the roof you can see on the screen. In the cities terms, it's just about 106,000 cities, and in the dollars, it was $7,570. The question is, how does this help you or relate to your project in case you are planning a new building and you want to do a pitch roof, or you are near a roofing stage of your project, you want to have an idea how much it will cost you. This is where the cost per square meter is very important. So over here, for you to get an idea, you need to know the area of your roof. This is where you need to measure that on the plan. If you measure your area on the roof, in terms of cost per square meter in the pounds, this is costing about £34 a square meter. In the city, you're looking at 486 cedis a square meter. And in the US dollar, it's about $35 a square meter. Also, as you can see on the screen, we got cost per square foot. Also on the screen to help those of our friends in the US who price majority of the things in the square foot. So that's it. As you can see, we're happy with the outcome. The color is great.
We got there with the colour, Prince.
Yeah, but we got very good feedback from friends and neighbors who have seen this. There's a good feedback. So as Nikki said, the next stage is we've started, we've ordered our
Security bars are on the way, aren't they?
Reluctantly, we have to go for them. So
Yeah, it's been a big, that's another debate, security bars or not, but it's just, it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where, you know, when you're not there full time, would you want to sacrifice not having a security bar? So yes, we're really happy with the outcome and how it's looking, but let us know in the comments if you are liking what you're seeing, and please do subscribe to the channel and support us to encourage us.
Yeah, I must say these prices were prices we paid back in September last year, although the work was just finished early this year, but these were the price we pay in the pounds converted to the cedi and the US dollars equivalent. And this does not include, because we're managing this ourselves, it does not include the time Mike spent on this, because as you know, Mike is part of the company, so Mike spent a lot of time going to review all this thing, which we don't pay him for the additional time, and also our time, the amount of time I had to be speaking to the factory in China, and all the liaisons of that is now. So this is the cost we've cost. So I'll say it's not cheaper than if we have gone with the roofing company. It's slightly more expensive, but as we said, we were more keen on the quality assurance process, which I think at the end we've got there.
But also we need to compare like for like, and we've ended up with the colour we wanted, the style we wanted, because they didn't have the Bond style tile, and also the material itself from a feedback from our carpenter.
If you want to know the different type of tile styles, ask Nikki. She did all the research or the different types of the tiles. I didn't even know there were so many styles of these tiles you can take.
This is a man's eye. He didn't see the different shapes and styles. However, there are different styles. There's Milano, there's Bond, there's different styles. But that's the attention to detail that you get with us with P&D. You have a good balance. As I said before in our other videos, we do have P&D construction that we've started to help you guys on your journey with your building. This service offers design services as well as building. So if you do want our assistance and project management or anything that you need to do with building, you can see through the evidence on our videos and from our other projects that we're doing, the quality that we're servicing. We have a new project that we've just started this week, Project Yao, so that's coming on the channel. But thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.